All right, folks, welcome back to the Cooking with Ruf cooking show on YouTube. And in our last few shows, we've been working with you and showing you how to add those perfect complementary summer side items to your summer dish. And so Cooking with Ruf, you're going to show us how to make some corn. Yes, I am. If you got some of that Cooking with Ruf potato salad, you barbecue some chicken, you got some steaks on the grill, some burgers, this corn, that Cooking with Ruf Greek salad, the Cooking with Ruf Pegs potato salad, these are the kinds of items that you can round off any dish with and take it to that next level. So we're going to show you how to get it all done today. Corn with Cooking with Ruf. All right, folks, let's run through these ingredients. Obviously, the star of the show is going to be this fresh corn. And I only use fresh corn, especially when it's in season. You got to use fresh corn. And then to it, we're going to add these ingredients. We're going to show you how to add some lime juice, chili powder, paprika, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. And we're going to ramp up what you know is corn is just, oh, corn? No, it's gonna go from corn to corn. And we're gonna show you how to get it all done right here today on this show. First thing we need to do is take this, we're gonna shuck this corn, as they say down South Carolina way. That'll also give you some great ASMR sound effects. All right, folks, so the first thing we want to do is we cut the corn off of the cob, which could lead me to the Cooking with Ruf word of the week, which is decobbify. And that is the act of cutting the fresh corn off of the cob, eliminating the cob from your recipe. Decobbify. So we come in here with our sharpened knife and we just cut that corn off of the cob. And something about that fresh corn, man, the canned corn, frozen corn, it just doesn't compare to that fresh. All right, folks, it's time to now do the about face to the Cooking with Ruf stovetop, where we are ready to make this corn. So we got a hot pan going here. We are going to add some of that butter snob butter to it. Let's see here. Oh yeah, no, we good. All right, so we got our butter in there. There's a couple ways you can do this, so I'll just kind of mention this as I'm putting this in here. You want to melt the butter, and you can add the corn to it. I'm going to show you all today the full kind of recipe that I do, but you can also do this very simply, and that is you can just add corn to the butter, and you can just add salt and pepper if you just want, you know, your baseline summer corn flavor, and stir that in. Then I'm gonna just get a little bit of water in here, add to it so we don't have the bottom scorching. So that's your base recipe, right? What Cooking with Ruf does with his summer corn is I come back in and I add these other ingredients. So we got a little bit of paprika, add that. And it'll just give it a little bit of color, a little bit of flavor. And we'll come back with a little bit of garlic powder, then a little bit of chili powder. And we'll stir these ingredients in. You see it starting to do a little bit of bubbling in there. And then we can just cover this, let it cook for a little bit, and then I'll come back and add a little bit of lime juice to it here in a moment. All right, folks, once we got this going for a little bit, you see it's kind of starting to boil a little bit there. I turned it up just a little bit to 5. Come in here and we'll just add some of that lime juice to it. And then we're gonna let it cook on this setting for about 10 minutes. I got my timer set. We'll stir that lime juice in. I added a little bit more water to it. May have added just slightly too much, but we'll just let that cook down a little bit. We'll come back in 10 minutes. All right, folks, that sound means that our corn is ready to rock. So we're gonna open it up, give it a little bit of a stir here. You see that? Give it a little stir. And then we're gonna let it cool off a little bit. We'll come back here. We'll give it a little bit of a taste. It'll be time for that Cooking with Ruf corny finale today on Cooking with Ruf. All right, folks, welcome back to the Cooking with Ruf cooking show on YouTube, where we have reached the grand finale, and it is time for us to taste this decobbified corn. Look at that corn, y'all. All right, so let's serve ourselves some up here, and we're gonna give this decobbified summer corn a try. Make sure it ain't too hot. Don't burn yourself cooking with Ruf. Very simple, y'all. Just great summer flavor. You can't really overtalk it. It's decobbified corn. But very good. And from my perspective, an excellent compliment to add to your next summer meal. And we showed you how to get it all done right here today. Decobbified corn on Cooking with Ruf.